Go ahead and introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are.
I'm Jorvorskie Lane from Lufkin, Texas. Went to Texas A&M. Played 2 years with the Dolphins. Played 2 years with Tampa Bay.
What position?
Well, I played running back in high school and college and fullback in the NFL.
In college, were you considered a big running back? Like tall?
Extreme.
Yeah.
Big running back.
You're fast, though.
I was all right.
Yeah.
For my size, I was all right.
What was your size and then?
I was 270, 280. Easy.
What?
Easy.
Wow.
That's insane, dude. He's
I always wonder
it.
about the weight and then
Yeah.
the speed of these. Like what extra do you have to like?
It's just,
what would you run? What is the famous
40,
run?
the
Is it
40?
40? What was your 40?
my fastest ever was a 4.5 that was in high school. And then when I got bigger and older, 4.7, 4.8 was my fastest.
Walking in the park, huh?
That's crazy. Did you play running back in high school, too?
Yep.
Oh, man. You just bred for it.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. You just give me the ball, we'll win.
Were you a good student?
I was okay.
Do you think, I mean, like, what's okay? What's okay mean?
I mean, it's a lot of people don't understand that being a student requires more than just being a student.
Yeah.
You know, the discipline, the study habits, and I had neither.
Mm.
You know, but other than that, I was okay when it came to it. I mean, I liked to learn. That was the good part.
Did you come from a family that was backing in education that supported it?
No, I come from a hard-working blue-collar family. My grandfather, I was raised by my grandparents. So my grandfather was in the industry. And my grandma, she worked at the school, but she wasn't like a teacher. She was like a special ed aide or something like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I got the you better not come home with failing grades. But other than sitting down with helping me with my homework and stuff like that, I didn't get that.
Yeah. I didn't get that either. I think that's why I was in special ed.
I was in special ed for so long that I didn't know I was in special ed. It was like fourth grade, and they were like, all right, you can go. And I was like a stray dog out, and I was like,
Go where?
go out of special ed to like start doing normal school. I thought we was doing normal school the whole time.
Man, that's crazy.
It's bad. It's bad.
I mean, hey, look at you now.
Well, now they wouldn't let, like when a test came up, they wouldn't let me go to special ed anymore. I was like, shit, it's all on me.
I need this.
I need them over there to give me candy.
Do you grow up? So you grew up in Lufkin?
Yes, sir.
What the hell's in Lufkin?
Well, it was industries. We had a good school district, hospitals. I mean, it's not a bad place.
It's pretty big out there.
5A school.
Where's Lufkin at?
North of Houston.
Oh, okay. So
2 hours.
it's relatively close.
Yeah, it's close.
Man.
I'm curious, like through all the stages, high school, college, the professionals, where'd your hardest hit come from?
I would say pros.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it different? They say like pros, like they're different. Like you get you're professionally hit there. Like,
dude, it's bigger, stronger, and faster. Like it's a man's league. Like it's no little boys out there. Like you're gonna expect you're expecting to get punished.
Yeah.
Like it's expected. So it's one of those deals where you had the will to get up and do it again or not, over and over and over again.
Were you afraid to get like CTE or anything like that, or were they even talking about that back
I don't
then?
think so.
Well, growing up, you didn't know nothing about concussions. You didn't know nothing about CTE. You didn't know anything. You was just, I wanted to play football. And in my time in the league, the movie Concussion had just came out, so I watched it. They didn't want us to watch it.
They said don't watch it.
They was like, nah, it's not a good movie to watch.
Who's they?
Like, it's
the
like
coach.
so the NFL didn't want us to watch
Oh, God.
Concussion.
Yeah.
So I'm that guy that's like, you don't want me to watch it? Why not? What
you don't want to watch it more,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went home and watched it.
You fuck you up?
Oh, it fucked me all the way up.
Yeah.
It made me start thinking like differently, like about the game.
Did you notice people around you with similar conditions and maybe similar things happening?
Shit, I noticed it in myself.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
How many concussions did you have throughout your
I
career?
don't know,
Too many you don't know, or
because I was that guy that I always had the chip on my shoulder. I've always had to overcome. But like I was a big running back, so all of my life I've always had to prove myself. So for me, it was just play, regardless of what happened. Play. And then when that movie Concussion came out, I was like, oh shit! Like I see some symptoms in myself.
Damn.
What were you seeing?
The memory loss, the mood swings, the anxiety attacks, the social anxiety. You wouldn't believe that I can't be around a lot of people.
But you used to?
And but my title requires me to be around people. So I've had to coach myself how to be around people.
You have like social anxiety.
Bad.
Yeah, you like want to go places and be around people, but the thought of being around them, you don't want to go.
All the time.
Yeah.
So most of the time, dude, I'm in bed 7, 6, 7, 8:30 at night sometimes, just because I don't like to do it. I'll go, I'll go support a few kids that I train, but I'm there for 15, 20 minutes and I'm gone.
Wow. They say that's something you can train yourself out of too, like those things like fear of heights or whatever with like neuroplasticity. You can create new routes in your brain to where that fear is not there no more. So I imagine the more you do it, and like with the house and everything, it's gonna come back. Or
kids are fine. I'm okay with kids because I can get to their level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real good with kids, but when it comes to dealing with adults and stuff like that, man, I just can't deal with it.
Have you heard the argument about pushing the NFL to go back to like leather helmets because they had less head injuries with leather helmets?
Because they wouldn't hit as hard.
Yeah, they wouldn't hit as hard. They wouldn't, knowingly lead with their head.
Man, dude, I haven't looked into it, but I mean, we at some point we have to do something different.
Yeah.
Because we see it every day. These young men, and even including myself. You know what I mean? Like every day I deal with something different. You know what I mean? I deal with it every day. It's not just happens every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. It's a constant battle every day. Like each day is a different day, like mentally, like every day.
The NFL's definitely gotten better at removing players for a few plays after they appear to have received a concussion. But I don't know what, like, unless you just stop playing.
I mean, honestly, truly, it's one of those deals where the first hit that you take when you're a kid, that's when it first starts. Common sense. Little league. That's when it first starts. Only difference is when you leave Little League, you go to middle school. You take all those hits in middle school, you go to high school. You take all those hits in high school, you go to college. You take all those hits in college. So by the time you get to the NFL, it just gets worse because the people are bigger, stronger, and faster. So really, I think it started the first time you strapped on the helmet, and it happened.
What's the alternative, though? Do you just stop playing? Is there a magic rule that could be implemented that would be beneficial for the players? Like, I can't think of anything how you would avoid, even if I was a hell of a high school football player, let me tell you.
No, I'm not knocking you.
But I remember coaches saying, lead with your head.
Mm-hmm.
You lead with your head. You put the head in between the middle of the pad, blah, 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 all that stuff.
Well, people always ask me the question, would you do it again? What I know now? No.
Dude, that's deep.
That's deep.
Because, man, like, at the end of the day, I've always been a bookworm. And what I know now about head trauma, man, it's not worth it.
Are you concerned that your symptoms will progress and get worse?
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, it happens every day. Like this morning, for an example. When I wake up in the morning, me personally, I just can't get up. I have to get up and lay in bed to really get my mind functioning. And it may take 20 minutes. It may take 10. It may take 30. It may take 40. It may take an hour. But I just can't just jump up and get myself going like I used to. Now I have to really take my time and get myself going to get my daily process going.
What, is it just anxiety from the thoughts of your task for the day, or what is it?
Nah, it's just how my brain operates. It's just one of those deals where like I'm up, but I'm not up. So then my mind will catch up to my body.
Wow.
And then once I catch up, I'm ready to go.
Damn. You know this, have you talked with teammates that experience, similar things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we all talk. We all in the group text, and
That's
we all go through the similar stuff.
The linemen probably have it worse, huh?
Actually, no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah, because they're using their hands most of the time.
Yeah, they're using their head most of the time.
What's probably the running backs, or I assume, right? Because they're
running backs. We getting bullets shot at us 24/7.
I was gonna say I think it's the kickers, but
Unless you're the Dallas Cowboy kicker.
yeah, now, dude, those memes.
Oh man, they killed him, bro. I feel sorry for him.
How many field goals did he miss?
4 in a row.
God, they were calling him Ray Finkel.
Oh, bro, from the Ace Ventura.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Laces out, man.
But I understood him though. I understood the mental game.
Yeah.
Like,
Before,
that was tough, bro. No, it's tough, man.
if he knew he had 4 to kick, he probably would have made one. But he's probably just like,
It seems like such a mundane task. Like,
I thought-
it's like you're just gonna go kick the ball. Like,
the fact that it's your only job, sort of, is anxiety in itself. It's like,
yeah.
because everybody's just say like that's all you have to do is kick the fucking ball.
As a teammate, yes, that's what's said.
Yep.
For sure.
And then you saw the faces of the coach and stuff, like, and then you watch that game back, and the coach is like, miss it the second time. It doesn't feel
intense.
good seeing your team look at you like that.
Yeah, it's wild.
So probably the running backs and fullbacks receive the most head injuries.
And probably linebackers.
Oh yeah, I forgot linebackers.
Yeah,
Those
linebackers.
guys are sharks, man.
Yeah.
From them tackling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're
Lot of
just giving the QB.
I mean, you said you looked into it a lot. So how easy is it to get a concussion?
Man, you can walk outside right now and fall.
Well, I heard you can get little micro concussions from like roller coasters. Your brain is just kind of moving around in your skull. And so like anything, like you hit the brakes too hard in your car, like your brain hits the side of the...
It doesn't take like an impact.
No.
Gosh.
It's only one species on the earth that brain is designed to take that punishment.
I guess. As the Rams.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know that?
I imagine because they hit the head.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Like they naturally...
That's one of those moments where I felt pretty smart.
Well, I thought maybe deer too. I mean, they hit each other pretty hard too. I don't know.
Yeah, what about
But
deer?
a lot of people don't know that though.
Really?
Yeah.
that
I wouldn't
in the
have known
movie?
it if I wouldn't have done my research.
We had those Rams growing up, and they would rear up on you, get on the hind legs, and my older brother would throw the ball at their hind legs. That way they couldn't lunge.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I know that.
That's wild.
Yeah, goats do that shit too.
Yeah.
I would think all the things that like come at you with their head.
How do they
could
do that?
it? Yeah.
How they do it?
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, that is wild.
So growing up, go ahead. I heard you. Breathe.
No, I was just gonna, let's get into your story and how you came about. And I know you've had some ups and downs.
I imagine it's real easy to get to the NFL.
Bro, that's probably some of the hardest shit I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. Just because, man, coming from Lufkin is not too many pro athletes. I mean, there are a lot of pro athletes that come out of it. But the structure of getting there, a lot of people in your environment doesn't have the blueprint of getting to the NFL.
Well, even the NFL is one thing, but even getting to a college, right? As an athlete,
1,000%.
When you went to A&M, that's wild, man.
Right.
It's hard to play. Did your coaches help you navigate that path, or was it just because you were so well known?
Well, I always, as a kid, I had already developed the confidence in my head that I was a badass. I couldn't be stopped. So a lot of people don't know that my first sport was really basketball. That's really my background. My dad was an awesome basketball player. So of course I got it from him. So over time as a kid, I was dominating in basketball. 30, 40, 50, 60 points wasn't nothing as a kid. So I got the exposure early. So Boys and Girls Club, we had a basketball before AAU. We had a basketball program with the Boys and Girls Club. So before we started traveling the world, it was Boys and Girls Club. So we started traveling. So my half brother is Jon Mike that played for the Packers, and then we had Damian James that played for the University of Texas in basketball. It was me, him, and Jon Mike all on the same Boys and Girls Club basketball team.
Uh-huh.
So we traveled the state. So of course, when you start traveling, it's more exposure. So we was playing in Wichita Falls, and Jamaica fouled out, and Damien fouled out. So I had to take over. So I ended up with the game with like 45, 50 points. And I can remember a week later, a white guy, pulls up to my grandma's house, gets out his car, knocks on the door. He wants me to come travel with his AAU basketball team. So that's how I got my first exposure of understanding like, oh shit, I'm that dude. You know, so while everybody in my class was, you know, hanging around, going to teen clubs and stuff like that, I'm on the road playing basketball. So the light clicked for me. Like, oh shit, I'm this dude, I'm badass. So when I come home, everybody's talking about what they done on the weekends, partying and, you know, doing stuff like that. But me, I'm on the road playing basketball, getting exposure, going against the world. So when I come back to my environment, I'm different. I'm coming home in Nike jumpsuits, Nike shoes. I'm traveling the world at 12, 13 years old. So that's how it started for me.
Wow.
That's wild.
I never thought of basketball.
Never happened to me. So how did you transition to football? Just naturally because once you hit 7th grade, or?
Well, like I say, I grew up with my grandparents, and naturally, as a young man, you kind of start wanting to figure out like who are your parents, where are my parents, right? So my mom came. My mom never left me, but I just wanted to stay with my grandma. So my mom came to me. She approached me like, "Hey, I want you to think about coming to stay with me. This and that, this and that." So I thought about it. I said, "Shit, why not?" So I moved with my mom to Houston, and the environment she was in, I didn't like. It was in the hood, so it was more so of young cats selling dope, not going to school, not sports driven, and I didn't like it. So I moved back to Lufkin with my granny.
How quick was that?
A semester.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so I told mom, I said, "Hey, mom, I gave you a shot, but this is not for me."
I mean, where'd you learn that though? Well, I mean, that's
It's
to make a call like that as a kid.
man, I don't know. It's common sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't playing sports, so it just didn't feel right.
Damn.
So, man, I moved back home to my granny. And when I moved back home, I went to my best friend's house down the street named Alton. And he wasn't at home. And his grandma was like, "Oh, he had football practice." So I called my other buddy. "Oh, he had football practice." So I called my other buddy. "Oh, he had football practice." I said, "Well, God damn it."
Fucking weird. What's this football?
Never heard of this shit.
So, man, I decided to play football because all my buddies were playing.
Damn.
And then, dude, it was shit, bro. Like,
You had no practice before? You didn't even play at all?
And dude, right then I knew that I was different. I couldn't be stopped. Like, I was bigger, stronger, faster, and I just couldn't be stopped. And then so I started playing both. Football and basketball. Football and basketball. I fell in love with it.
Did you start off as running back too?
Yep. Running back and linebacker.
What made you fall in love with football more than basketball if you kept on with it? Did you kind of fall out of basketball a little bit?
Well, so as older I got in basketball. I got involved in travel basketball, right? So my brother, Jon Mike, he was 6'4". I'm still the same height, right? So I started going to practice with him with the Houston Hoops. And I started noticing, like, damn, these kids kids are giants. So we had a scrimmage at the Fundy. And do you know Gerald Green?
The name sounds familiar.
The basketball player Gerald Green?
Mm.
Okay, well, he's a 6'7" guy, came out of high school, out of golf something academy. And we was at the Fundy playing basketball, and somebody threw him an alley hoop. And I jumped, and I looked, and he was still jumping. I said, oh, shit, I can do it, but if this is what is expected, I can't hang with these dudes. Like, I'm a little bigger. I can't jump like them. So I just made the decision right then, basketball not for me.
No way.
1,000%.
I wonder if he would know that he ended your basketball career by doing this just spontaneous alley-oop.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it's common sense, dude. I'm like, this dude's 6'7", I'm 5'11". At the time, I'm maybe 220. Like, I'm a short, chubby guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the NBA. You tell me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At 5'11", and my style of play, I'm not gonna make it. Not saying I couldn't, but shit, I'm gonna be real with myself.
How old were you when you were in high school when you thought about, like, okay, I can possibly go to college for this?
Man, I knew when the first day I knew the first time in City League.
Really?
The first time I played football, I knew right then that I could do it.
Damn.
And no problems with school, like passing?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I mean, I was diagnosed as being a dyslexic student. So when it came to school, I did whatever it took to make sure that I was passing.
What did that diagnosis look like? What does that mean?
So when I'm reading, it jumps at me. The letters jumps at me. And sometimes I'll get my E's and I's mixed up. I'll get my words mixed up. I'll repeat. It's just my different way of reading and doing other stuff.
That happened to me too, and then I turned the book. You should try it.
Backwards the whole time, huh? He's still trying to read.
I can't get it right.
Nah, it's all good.
Does it ever get better? I never looked further into it.
I mean, it does. But I mean, it's just like anything else. If you don't read, you're not gonna get better. It's like a sport. Like if you go months without reading and you try to come back and read, it's gonna be like you hadn't read before.
Dang, that's crazy.
So was A&M like always the hope for you?
Actually, I was going. So let me go back. Okay. So in I think 4th grade, Miss Friesen, she was a Longhorn. So my grandparents didn't know anything about, Longhorns, Aggies, Cowboys and stuff like that. So my 4th grade teacher, Miss Friesen, she was a Longhorn. And she noticed that I was different in the classroom, on the playground, basketball. She kept up with me. So she knew that I was different. So she introduced me to Texas Longhorns. So all I knew from the 4th grade until it was time for me to get recruiting was Texas Longhorn. That's all I knew. So at first I wanted to be a Longhorn. So when I met Mac Brown.
You met him?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So when I met Mac Brown, me and him didn't vibe. So I said, fuck them Longhorns.
What happened? What happened?
I'm a blue collar guy, man. And you know what I mean? Like, you can sense when people are.
He's kind of a goody two-shoe.
Right.
Wasn't he the highest paid coach at one point?
I think so.
Like $5 million a year or
yeah,
something?
I think so.
Which is now nothing, probably.
Right.
So he's a fast talker when you met him,
right.
pretty much. Yeah.
And I'm not built like that. So I chose to go somewhere else.
You know what you want, because, I mean, shit, you were special in basketball, but this one thing happened, and then you were quick to decide, you quick to decide to move out of your mom's house, and then knowing the only thing you knew was Longhorns, and shit, I would have thought you would have went there like from 4th grade, and then just making a quick decision from the coach.
Yeah.
From the demeanor of the coach. That's
I don't like to overcomplicate things. You know what I'm saying? I like to, if it work, and let's go with it. If it don't work, move on. So
damn, man, but being a Longhorn,
man,
that would have been badass, wouldn't it?
You, man. See, you don't
like
know.
I fucking played or something.
See, he don't know. He got CTE.
He's a little troll.
Yeah.
If you hadn't noticed.
Maroon doesn't look good on me though. So
can you imagine what would?
Right.
Not a lot. So
the Colorado, they're black and gold, right?
Yeah, they black and gold.
That's fly, dude.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's good.
I ordered me a shirt the other day.
So did Mac Brown come and like talk to you and invite you?
Yeah, I went to they were playing Rice. It was like a pre-district game or whatever you want to call it. And we talked to him. And once again, everybody had already was kind of put me in this category because I was big, right?
What do you mean? What category?
He wanted me to play fullback in college.
Okay.
So I told him, man, fuck that. I'm not. I told the guy that took us. I said, man, fuck this. We're not finna stay for the game. I don't want to fucking come here.
Shit.
And we left.
Shit. You never heard from him again?
Never heard from him again. So when I went to A&M, you know what it was.
Was that the second school you went to?
No, my second school I went to was Oklahoma.
Oh shit.
Yep. I went to Oklahoma, but the year before Adrian Peterson committed. So I was like, hell no.
You could have took him, dude.
I'm not going there. They already got him slotted. so let me go somewhere else and make a name for myself.
Dude, that's wild. Those are the only schools. I say only, but those are the.
No, I went to I took my visit to Washington State. I took my visit to LSU, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State. They flew to the airport in Burke. They flew their plane, drove down, watched me for about 5 minutes. I got back in the locker room. They called me. They said, "Hey, we want to offer you." So the recruiting process. If you like I try to explain to people, like, man, once you're good at what you do, you see a lot of different things, and you know what I'm saying, you're exposed to a lot of different things. So being good in the sport, I saw a lot.
Did you grow up poor?
No, I didn't grow up poor. I grew up with things that I needed, that I was able to get. Like, I didn't grow up poor at all. I never missed a meal. I never went without school clothes. I never went without things that I needed. Did we have a lot of money? No. But I wouldn't call it poor.
But definitely weren't used to the life that you were, being chauffeured around.
No, sir.
God, I can't imagine what that felt like. Like going from having the necessities, maybe like you said, not poor, but then transition into
abundance.
Transition into this thing where you're just talking to fucking Mac Brown.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, dude, I started riding private jets at 12, 13.
For the AAU?
Yeah.
Gee, what the hell, AAU? I was an AAU. We didn't ride no jets.
You're in the special ed one.
Were you doing? Maybe I wouldn't have known. Were you just in the U.S. or you went like?
No, just in the U.S.
In the U.S. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, I wasn't in that type of AAU. We just played in Texas.
So, man, like, that's why, I know a lot. I've been exposed to a lot just by being good at playing a sport.
Did LSU almost get you though?
If they wouldn't have changed coaches, I'd have probably went to LSU.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of cool school pride in LSU, and people like.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have changed coaches, I would have went.
Are you a little pissed off about how high school and college kids can get paid now?
What? Am I pissed off?
Dude, you like just fucking missed it.
Dude, I wouldn't have had to go pro.
No.
Like.
Are they making a lot of money though?
Some kids are.
Yeah.
We talked about that with the house. Yeah.
Like, dude, like, man, that cat from Tennessee right now, like $8 million.
That's wild, dude.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, I'm pissed. I need a check. They need to write me a check
Yeah, back pay.
Back pay.
Little back pay.
I'm surprised there's no lawsuits like that, like back pay.
I thought about it.
I'm sure a lot of people
There
did.
should be, because man, for the amount of abuse you put your body through, and not get paid until you get to the NFL.
Like, dude, like a lot of like this is the first time I've ever put this on the air, dude. I got investigated by the NCAA my senior year in college.
Why?
Because they thought that I was getting paid. Dude, I was like the LeBron James at Texas A&M, man.
Were you really?
For real.
I mean, the name you had as the running back.
Right.
But what? So what was happening? You driving a Ferrari or what?
How's that, little Viper?
Man, I wasn't driving a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying?
Corvette.
But I mean, when the whole stadium have J-Train whistles, you see number 11 jerseys, T-shirts everywhere, signs everywhere. I mean,
They got it from somewhere,
they
didn't
got
they?
it from somewhere.
You got. So what are the rules? Like, you can get gifts, but you can't get paid.
When I was playing,
Yeah.
you couldn't even get gifts.
So how did the kids get gifts? I know Vince Young, when he was playing, he had all kinds of, maybe, I don't know, it's not gifts, but he had stuff.
I mean, it's one of those days where you walk somewhere and walk in a room and just grab.
Oh my God.
It'd be cool to go through,
I want to just experience that one time. Just
to be
one,
loved.
just one time.
Yeah.
We're going to leave this door open. We're not going to watch.
Yeah.
Just come in, whatever
Yeah.
you want.
We'll give you 2 hours.
Yeah, it's many times if I was sitting in town having some lunch, having dinner, and I get ready to pay for my food. The waitress, it's already been paid for.
Well, that's okay. Well, that's expected, right? By your community, you're entertaining. Maybe not expected, but I would think that would happen a lot.
But everybody don't get that treatment though.
No. Well, they have to be good, right?
You have to be good.
Yeah.
So how did you get this? How did you get to this point with A&M? Did you come into A&M having this this kind of reputation, or did you prove yourself through playing games at A&M to get the reputation? Did they know you already coming out of high school?
Well, before I came, we had already had a quarterback by the name of Reggie McNeil. He was a parade All-American, so he was already there. His freshman year, he beat number 1 Oklahoma. So his sophomore year, he did good. His junior year, he did good. And when I was coming in his senior year, he was the number 2 quarterback behind Alex Smith. So he was already making a noise for our hometown and stuff like that. So when I was coming in, when I was getting ready to come in, it was a little noise, you know what I mean, because I come from a powerhouse high school to where we was a dominating program. We're always putting D1 athletes out year in and year out. So when I came in, I had a little noise, but I feel like when I came in, they didn't put me where I was supposed to have been. So they put me like number 6 on the depth chart, this and that. So I came in with a fucking chip on my shoulder, and I proved myself, and I took off from there.
How long did it take for them to know? Like, I mean, I guess you just did a bunch of touchdowns and.
No, it took the first day we got in pads.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I made my point real clear. Soon we put on pads, goal line, that couldn't be stopped. I wouldn't go be stopped.
shit.
And then that's when the weight. Just because I've been big, it's always been the excuse for people. He's big. He's big. Oh, he can't play. He's big. He's big. So that's why I've always had that chip on my shoulder.
That's kind of like what Zion's going through.
Correct.
It's like, and I look at him and I'm like, fuck, he can jump. And it's like,
he's a
damn, if he
beast.
lost 50 pounds, he'd be jumping higher, wouldn't
Right.
he? But maybe not. I've seen a lot of cases like yours. Right. It's unexplainable how you'd have that so much firepower, like so much, fast twitch.
Right. And as a kid, you don't know the political side quite yet. As a 19-year-old, 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, you don't know the political side of what's really going on yet. So I'm getting in my own head, like really the wrong energy, not the right energy. But as a young kid, I'm still trying to figure all this shit out. So I just dominated, dude. Like I didn't talk to nobody. Like I went into a depression. Like I wouldn't talk to nobody. I didn't want to fuck with nobody. I didn't want to go out to hang out. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to prove these motherfuckers wrong.
When you get to that level of respect and you're starting and everyone knows your name, is there like another realm where you enter where the coaches treat you different? They say, hey, you need to start doing this. They put you on like a meal plan, like supplements, and they want you to get to, they want you to optimize you as much as possible. That way they can get their return on you. Is there another, like, there's the players that are good and then there's like the players that are really good?
Mm-hmm. At some point, yes. But in my situation, the political game was still a big factor.
What do you mean? What do you mean political?
Because we had a running back that came in, and he was like the number one running back in the state when he was coming out. So it came to a point where me and him was having to share time. He was the number one running back, but I'm producing. He wasn't producing, but he's the number one running back, but I'm producing. So in certain situations, when they wanted him to be the man, he couldn't become the man. And then I already had a guy that was in my class that was the number one tight end at the time in the country. So I was still having to battle him too. So they was trying to feed him with me performing. So I was getting lost in the shuffle of him being the number one running back, him being the number one tight end. So I'm getting all the backlash, all his weight. So they were trying to blackball me to please these two. But with my performance, they couldn't blackball me.
Shit.
Do you think that you broke those barriers at the school maybe? Or like for other people coming up, want to be a running back, having a little heavier weight? You think? Man,
I just tell people it's simple math. Win. Who gives a damn what you weigh?
Yeah.
Compete and win. What does your weight have to do with anything? Nothing.
I don't know how you can run that much and not lose weight.
But it's whatever God had planned for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I know y'all trained like fucking crazy.
I wasn't a real big practice guy neither.
Oh, yeah?
No, I hated
How'd you
practice.
do that?
I hated practice.
What do you mean?
You didn't go?
You didn't go?
No, I went.
Oh.
I went, but it's practice.
So how'd you become the starter? Because don't you have to like prove yourself and practice?
I mean, I proved myself when it was time.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But practice. I mean, like when Allen Iverson came out with that practice, I understood that. Like, practice. Like, why are we killing? Don't we supposed to be saving ourselves for the game?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's how I was. I've been like that all my life.
What was the first team you competed against and was a starter?
In college?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good question. Oklahoma State.
Dude.
The one you might have went to? Your second school to go to?
Oklahoma State, 24 carries, 128, 4 touchdowns.
Shit. What was it like walking out on game day, walking out of the tunnel and just like, I'm the fucking starter?
I fucking told you. That's it.
You didn't get nervous?
No.
You don't? Damn. When I played a little bit or even played basketball, like, I couldn't get out of that. But
I can't imagine walking out of the tunnel. Like, you played during the A&M and Longhorn days too.
Big 12 days.
Dude, I can't imagine walking out of the tunnel and all those people screaming, the fans just fucking yelling.
It's game time.
Do you hear it when you walk out? Do you hear the people?
Oh, yeah. You hear it, but at some point, you'll go into that zone.
Yeah.
That zone, everything else will get quiet. And you're talking to yourself. All right, bro. That's what we work for all week.
Those little moments excite me. Like thinking about it. If I put myself in your shoes when you're lining up behind the quarterback, and it's like third quarter, you're sweating, and you're just like, I'm about to get the ball. Like,
yo,
that shit fires me up, dude.
No,
you stand up right now.
It happens like that.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, like when I'm training kids, it's the same deal.
What was your favorite moment at A&M? Like, did you like have a game-winning moment or anything like that, or come from behind and you know scored the points to get the team to win?
Man, my greatest memories and my greatest moment will be probably beating Texas for 2 years. 2 years in a row. We beat them back-to-back years.
Who was the quarterback during those? During
My
that time?
years?
Yeah.
So my freshman year was Reggie McNeil. My sophomore and junior year was Stephen McGee.
Oh shit.
And
What about for Longhorns?
I think my freshman year was Vince Young, Colt McCoy. I think Colt McCoy for the rest of the time.
Dude, you played with some amazing people.
Oh, bro, the Big 12 was a badass conference, bro.
Yeah.
We had Michael Crabtree at Texas Tech, Graham Harrell. We had Chase Daniel. We had, matter of fact, the coach for the Bengals, Zach Taylor. He was at Nebraska. I mean, we had Vince Young at Texas. I mean, dude, the Big 12 was the Big 12.
Did y'all communicate?
Oh, all the time.
All the players from different schools? How'd y'all do that?
At the time, Facebook.
Okay, so
You know, Facebook was jumping first. And MySpace. MySpace.
Who was in your top 10? Who was in your
Vince
top
Young.
10?
Yeah. Like, so we would party. You know what I'm saying? We'll see each other. We all knew the same people.
Yeah.
So when we saw each other, we communicated and exchanged numbers and stuff like that. It's a big fraternity.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I never would have guessed you would keep up with people
Yeah.
from different schools that
Because, man, like, you understand as you get older that people aren't bred like everybody isn't bred like us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't go through what we went through. So it's only a certain amount of people that you can actually get along with in this world when you're a gladiator like we are.
I think that's why me and you connect so well.
was the first one. You got me pretty good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, he's on fire.
I had a lot of coffee, Jorvorskie.
Hey, it's all good, bro. I had a what did I have? I had the extreme sausage before I got here in the Sprite.
Whoa!
So I'm fueled up. I'm ready to go.
I think you had extreme sausage too, didn't you?
Every day.
Every day.
Man, dude, when you were playing, college football was different than it is today.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of people preferred college football even
That's
over
the greatest times.
even over NFL. Like Saturdays were big days.
Mm-hmm.
And now maybe it's because kids get paid or something, but it's kind of watered down now. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Maybe it's not watered down, but it's not the same as it was.
I look at it like, I agree with you, and I look at it like the eras. Like, okay, somebody started it, right? The next level, which is my group, we paved the way for the cats now. Like, we made it extremely easy for the cats now. So if you take my era of football, college football, and you go back and look from 2000, I would say 1 to 2007, dude, that was some badass football, bro.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush in Texas and Florida and like Tebow and
Yeah.
like, dude, it's amazing. It was some amazing football in that time.
Even I feel that same way about a lot of different things, like even music.
Absolutely.
Like Dr. Dre. We were just talking about Dr. Dre right before we started the podcast, but like Dr. Dre, Eminem, like there's not, my kids won't get to experience any of those people.
No.
And I don't know, I mean, I'm kind of hip to hip hop music, and there's not a Dr. Dre or an Ice Cube or.
No, man, like I'm an old school guy too. Like I try to get into the NBA, the Young Thug, and it's no message. What the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? So
This is kind of sidetracked, but have you seen the interviews that Game has been doing, saying that he can out-battle Eminem? He's a better lyricist than Eminem.
What? No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh man, dude,
Game?
it's wild, dude. Yeah, I've been on a real hip hop trip lately, so I've watched the Defiant ones. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, as soon as you leave here, you need to go watch it.
I will.
Yeah, do it in your car.
Who's your favorite artist?
That's hard to say.
No,
It depends on the day.
No, it has to be one.
Jay-Z.
Somebody.
God, dude, I don't know.
Don't
That's
you like
hard.
Jay-Z?
I love Jay-Z. It's just, I don't know, my all-time. I have like music is probably Dr. Dre. I can listen to anything Dr. Dre, but my like favorite lyricist,
Okay.
probably like Eminem. But then if I want to like hear some real words, I like Tupac or Biggie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He's nice.
Nah, I'm too.
No,
Tupac, yeah, dude. Yeah.
But I like Nas though.
yeah.
Nas is nice. There's no Tupac. There's none of that these
No.
days. And you can do that even like country. I don't know if you listen to country, but
Nah,
know,
not
like-
too much. It
like-
puts me to sleep.
but like George Strait,
He's a bad dude.
Clint Black. Did you listen to Clint Black?
Yeah, he's a bad dude. My homie Dusty just put me on that.
Dude, there's none of that these days. You got fucking Florida Georgia line.
It's copy paste now.
Yeah.
I could name 10 songs that said, I'm finding you at the bottom of a whiskey bottle.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they use the same shit.
They mentioned Dirt Road, the Chevy truck,
yeah, headlights.
Fishing Pole,
Yeah,
some of that.
red dirt.
Red Dirt Road.
All the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You were in a different era, man.
Yeah.
That whole era was just, and maybe it's because maybe my parents feel the same way too. Like, oh, you never had Elvis Presley, which is fair. Like, fucking,
Right.
we never had Elvis, but
Yeah.
maybe we're just that way now. Maybe like we always think that.
Because you
Our
grew
era-
up in that time.
Yeah. Maybe our era is the best era.
I think so.
Yeah. A little bit of that.
Yeah, I think so.
I got a question.
What's up?
Did you have to go to school at 8 a.m.?
Hell yeah.
Did you have to what? I mean,
Go to school. Like, did you have to? Did you get all your grades?
Listen to me. I had an argument with a guy the night of the World Series. He had the same question.
Yeah.
And he was like, Did you have to go to class? Did you have to go to class? I was like, yeah. He was like, bullshit. I said, bro, hell yeah, I did. Dude, they had class checkers. They don't give a damn how successful you was on the football field. The number one deal was, you know what I mean, to get your books. Because if you didn't get your books, how could you play?
did you get special
No.
like treatment though? Did you get any
No.
like perks?
No.
Like, oh, he got a 70, but that today means a 90.
Well, I take that back. Let me tell you a great story. So I think it was food science, and I had bombed the fucking final, and I needed the final to pass. So my teacher calls me. Well, she calls my academic advisor to get my number. Like, hey, Jorvorskie needs to come back to take his final, because if he doesn't come back and do a little extra, he's gonna fucking fail the class.
We're gonna lose the playoffs.
We could lose the class. And I was in a rush in taking a test, and I bummed the test, dude, like bad. I knew it. So I'm trying to get home. It's final break, so I'm trying to get to Lufkin, hang out. You know how hang out with my boys and stuff like that. So she called me and say, so I come back. She was like, hey, you made a fucking 39 on this test. I was like, oh, shit. I said a 39. She say, man, she was like, what are we going to do? I looked at her and I was like, well, I don't even know. You in control, so I don't know.
You can turn the 3.
I said that.
Make this a smiley face.
So she said, okay, I'll make a deal with you. I said, okay, what's the deal? She said, you have to write me an essay about what you learned about failing this test. And before I left, she said, well, my grandfather's a big alumni guy. So also, if you sign these footballs for him, I'll turn the paper in for you and give you extra credit, or give you enough for you can pass.
Wow.
So, I mean, at times
There's
it helped.
perks, right?
Yeah, it helped.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
120 footballs.
Yeah. For 3 days, I signed footballs.
But she was cool though. You know, she wasn't an asshole like most professors be. She wasn't an asshole at all. most professors be assholes towards athletes for sure.
Yeah. Well, they got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah. Like we had a guy, I had a professor my freshman year. We had took a test. We missed the test because we was on the road to go to Kansas. So we get back to the class. Everybody in the classroom had failed the test had passed the test. And we get back, my homegirl was in the class and she was like, hey, Doc mad at y'all. I'm like, what? He was like, man, he said y'all stole the test and got all the answers. It was like, what? So that's when I got to understand, like, damn, like, professors really have that stigma towards athletes. So it was crazy.
Especially with big names. Did you listen to Rogan? What's the Green Bay quarterback? Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
He was telling some stories when he was in college about professors and how he was treated.
Nah, it's bad.
Wow.
Nah, it's bad, dude. Like some teachers call your ass out in class, especially athletes. And my student athletes, ain't no sleeping in class. You're not getting by. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't do nothing to you, lady.
Damn. I guess it's a thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing for sure.
What'd you end up graduating with?
I didn't graduate. Yeah, I'm back in school right now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So at what point did you move to the NFL?
So, yeah. So my senior year. Oh, let me
man.
real quick. So my senior year, I had finished the fall, right? So in the spring, it was getting ready time for the draft. So I had to make a decision to withdraw from school, go to the draft, right? So with my performance my senior year, because we had changed coaches from my senior year, he moved me to fullback, right? So my draft stock goes from third round to not even getting drafted, right? So I made a decision to go to the draft, and I had to withdraw from school. And it knocked all my classes that I had just completed, wiped them all out.
Sure.
Right?
Whoa.
So the draft comes, I didn't get drafted.
Fuck, dude.
Right? The next year, I tried again, the NFL lockout. Remember?
Yeah.
The third year, I get no calls again.
So what are you doing during this time?
So I enrolled back. So this third year, I enrolled back into school, and my mind still wasn't right. So I fell out. Right. So I go up play arena ball in Odessa. Didn't like it. I said, "Fuck it." I quit again. So that third year, going into the summer, the same coach that fucked me got the Miami head coach job as an offensive coordinator with the Dolphins. So I went to his right-hand man, Gary Reynolds, RIP. I went to him, and he gave me the call. Well, he got me the call with Coach Sherman, and I went from there, bro.
Dude, that's a crazy. Did you have like a mentor during this time, or you just kind of float? Like sound like your life was just fucking haywire.
I bet on me. Like one thing I know about me is I'm talented in any and everything that I do. Like if you give me the idea, I'm gonna make it look however it need to look. Like just give me the ball. So like I said, I just bet it on myself. Like I learned about marketing in college. I learned about a product. You know what I mean? I was the product, and I just needed to do what I needed to do to take the necessary steps to get where I needed to go. All I needed was a shot to get in the NFL. Like, dude, I was working at Ashley Furniture, bro. And
what were you selling?
I was putting together furniture. So I went back to school. I fell out again. My life was at -7, bro. You know? And then, like I said, I went to Gary. He was like, damn, Jorvorskie, man, you look like you're in shape. I was like, yeah, I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I really wasn't in shape. but I was in shape. I
Were-
was smaller.
Were you working out or?
Yeah, I was working out because I still had that dream that I could still play. I can still play. I can still play. I can still play. So, shit, he called Mike Sherman, and he said, "Hey, Mike, I got somebody you might want to check out." So my weight was down maybe 30 pounds, 30, 35 pounds. He's like, "Oh yeah?" He had just got the OC job. So at the time, my girl's sister was graduating high school in Bryan. And we were all gathering at the park having her graduation party. I get a Miami number call. Mike Sherman. "Hey, Jorvorskie, I heard that I talked to Gary. He said you in shape and said you looking to come for a workout." "Hell yeah." He said, "All right, I'm going to give you a call back in 2-3 weeks after the draft. When the draft is over with, I'll give you a call, bring you in for a workout." So shit. 30 seconds later, my phone ring again. He say, "Well, plans change. Can you be here tomorrow?"
Fuck.
For the draft?
For the
workout.
For the workout.
For the workout, okay.
What kind of workout was it?
It was just my 40, my agility. You know what I'm saying? My ball skills. Like, dude, I hadn't trained none of this, bro.
Missing all the ball.
Like, I hadn't trained at all for like catching the ball, like, cause that shit was easy to me, bro. Like, that's the easy part. Like right now, out of shape, fat, 300 plus pounds. I can go out there and perform. I may not do it as effective, and I'm out of shape, tired.
Yeah.
But dude, I can go perform right now, and I haven't caught a ball in years. I know that. You know what I mean? So I had went cashed my Ashley furniture check. I gave my girl. I said, "Hey, look." I packed a little bag like that. Like I had like 3 pairs of underwear, 3 or 4 pair of white tees, V-necks, and I had some gray Jordan shorts. And she's like, "Why are you packing so light?" I said, "Cause I'm not coming back." So I cashed my check, gave her. I put $47 in my pocket, and I went to Miami. I worked out. They signed me, and I stayed in the hotel for 2 months, 2.5 months. I couldn't fly home because I couldn't afford to fly home, so I would stay in the hotel.
They were paying for your hotel?
They was paying for my hotel. So for food, I would grab food on a Friday, stack up for the weekend, and stay in my hotel all weekend.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, bro, I got a hell of a story, bro.
That's scary, man.
But it's perseverance, bro. It's like you go drown or you go keep swimming. I've drowned before. You know what I'm saying? But at that last little break that I had, I got my ass back up.
What made you want to go to the coach that you fucking hated?
Dude, when you got mouths to feed and you got your own mouth to feed, man, you'll do whatever it fucking takes in the world to get
So you
it.
had kids at this point?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So when you got people depending on you, bro, you'll do whatever the fuck you got to do in this world to do it. And I said, fuck him. Even though you fuck me, it's okay.
Does that happen a lot where you drop out of college and you don't get recruited, you don't touch anything for 3 years? And
it's happening right now, bro.
Really?
It's happening right now. So that's why I tell people, like, who does that? Who can be able to get up off the couch and go make an NFL roster?
Fuck.
Nobody can do that. If they have, come talk to me. But I don't think it's ever been done.
Were they impressed when you went and did your workout?
I don't even know.
Were you impressed? Or you're like, fuck, I did.
Yeah, were you surprised?
No. I was not impressed at all because I had already knew what kind of animal I was. Like, it didn't, like, that's it. So when I got to perform, I'm looking like my first year at Miami, I'm sitting right here next to you, Reggie Bush sitting right there.
What was that like?
I got a lot of game from Reggie Bush. I got a lot of game. I picked his mind like fuck, man.
Wow.
Reggie Bush, my dog. He taught me how to be a pro.
Was he dating Kim Kardashian at that time?
No,
No.
but I asked him. Nah, he wasn't dating Kim then.
Shit.
So you're in the hotel for months, and then what next?
And I finally made the team.
Okay.
So you did this workout,
I did this workout.
and then they continued to pay for this hotel while they decided.
Mm-hmm. So when you sign on the football team in the off season, it's a 90-man roster, right? So when training camp start in June, maybe not June, whatever time it was. So when you start off on a 90-man roster, the next cut, they cut it to 85 or something like that. No, not 85, but like 70 or something. You go from 70 to like 68 at the next cut, then 68 to 53.
That's like the movie, right? Like they get the little letters and they're leaving or whatever.
Yeah, what does that actually look like?
Is that like they hand you like a little folder and then they're like, shit, I gotta go, and it just dwindles down?
Yeah. So
That's nerve wracking.
when this podcast over, go look at 2012 Hard Knocks Miami Dolphins. I'm in there. So you get to really experience what I went through.
Oh wow.
So, dude, I come from off the streets, bro. Like literally, I tell you exactly how it happened. Dude, I'm sitting in Lufkin, Texas. I'm sitting in this chair. My cousin Pumpkin is sitting in this chair. My girl is sitting in this chair over here. And we're all on the porch talking, dude. And dude, something just comes out of me nowhere. I laugh. Like, I was like, everybody looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with him? I said, man, I'm finna go to the league. Everybody looked at me and was like, the fuck is he talking about? I said, man, I'm finna go to the league. That's how it happened. Straight like that.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild. And now that I can go back and think about it, I'm like, dude, what happened? Like, what clicked? Like, who was that? I know who it was, but why did it click so late? But
As long as it clicked.
How
How long were you with the Dolphins?
2 years.
Okay.
What was the
I
first?
got cut.
What was the first check like for you?
Like 25,000, I think.
What did that feel like?
All right.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, bro, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, dude, money don't impress me. Like your character is what impresses me. Who you are as a person is what impresses me. Like money does not impress me at all.
It had to feel good though. I mean, you had kids to feed and all that. I mean, they had to feel.
Oh, I let them enjoy it.
Yeah,
I spoiled the hell out of them. You know what I mean? Like it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as my job is to build y'all. For me, it don't mean nothing to me.
When you're in the NFL and you're playing for a team, do you have to pay for stuff that normal people pay for?
Oh, 1,000%.
Like you don't get like house stipends or anything, or
Nah, you on your own.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you're in the world on your own.
That's why I didn't go. 'Cause I didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, you work for them. It's a job, bro. It's a 12-hour shifts, bro.
Did you do well on the Dolphins? Did you like get to start some, or
Yeah, I started.
you started right away? Oh, geez.
Well, no, not at training camp, but when the season started, I started.
How'd that happen?
Grind, bro. Just beating people out.
Who was the starter going into training camp?
Shit, I don't even remember.
I think Finkel was on that team. He was. It was the Miami Dolphins. It was the
I don't remember
Dolphins.
those.
Did you see Ace Ventura? No.
That's a good question. Now you really got my mind spinning, but I don't remember.
No.
But I know they had brought in a guy that had experience, and it was another guy, young guy that was fresh out of college. So I was really like I said, I came in as number 90, and I worked my way up all the way to the top.
Did you move your family to Miami?
Yeah, at first I did.
Yeah.
My second go around with Tampa, I didn't.
Damn.
Because I was a free agent. So being the only fullback on the roster, like if people got hurt, they would bring in people to work out, and I would be the first one to go. That's just knowing the business side of it.
You said you're 30, right?
35.
35. Did you play with Rashard Matthews? Didn't he play on the Dolphins?
Yeah, that's my boy.
No way.
Here we go.
Another one?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
my boy
So my buddy
from Nevada. He played at Nevada.
Yeah, I thought he played at TCU.
Rashard Matthews?
Rashard Matthews?
No, he played in Nevada. Bright dude with the good looking eyes.
Yeah, he's a black dude, right?
Yeah, black dude, bright dude. But look like you. Look like your color.
So my buddy Ryan Casano.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know him?
Ryan Casano.
Dusty and he was friends with Tank Carter. They played together at TCU. I'm not sure how Ryan met Rashard, but Rashard came and stayed at my house, at my parents' house for a couple. We all slept in this like twin size bed together.
Yeah.
And I know he played at Miami for a while.
Yeah, that's my dude.
Nice.
Yeah, we came in together.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah. Got a military background or some shit.
I don't know too much about him. I was drunk a lot, but
Nah, that's my dude.
he's a pretty guy though.
Yeah, he's a nice looking dude.
He's pretty, man.
he's
Did
a
he ever
nice
get you?
looking
He could have.
I mean, small bed.
He could have.
One thing leads to another.
Yeah, he could have.
Nah, that's my dude. We came in together.
Dude.
We came in as rookies together.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, small world, ain't it?
Yeah. What was it like when you had to leave Miami? Were you sad that you got cut? I mean, obviously you were probably pretty sad, but
Was it on your part? Was your head out of it after a while, or
It was one of those deals again where my weight came into play.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I came into the off season like 7 pounds overweight,
God, 7? They're nitty gritty about 7 pounds.
and the GM held me accountable for that.
and you were performing though?
I was first year. Reggie Bush went over 1,000 yards. We were winning. The running game was strong, but the political game. So, like I've said, I've always had that stigma of weight issues. It's crazy.
Yeah. So where'd you go after Miami?
After Miami, I went and worked out for the Jets. They couldn't find roster room for me, so I was out there next year. So Lovie Smith got the job at Tampa. So keep in mind, I never had an agent either.
God dang, dude, you just flying right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, because, dog, a lot of people don't use their fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's answers. You just got to go find them. So, when Lovey got the job in Tampa, he hires a receivers coach that was a GA at Texas A&M when I was there. So I called Haystoker. I hit him on Facebook or one of them, Twitter, somewhere I hit him. I said, hey, man, I see you. Congratulations at Tampa Bay. I was like, man, I'm in shape, man. I need a workout. Really? Oh, hell yeah, J-Train. Shit, 2 weeks later. Oh, bro, no. Check this story out. I never told this one either. So at the time, my girl, she's pregnant, right? And, bro, I was working out real hard. I was in shape. I was in tip-top shape. Before I knew it, my inside of my legs started hurting, like, extremely bad, bro. It to the point where I couldn't touch it. So I called my dad. I said, man, fuck, man. Like, I can't walk, bro. Like, something's wrong. So, bro, I goes to the hospital. The dude said, dude, you got a cyst, like a ball type deal in between your leg, bro. Like, you got to get this shit out of there immediate surgery. My girl goes into labor. I go into the hospital, right? I have a big old hole in my leg like this, bro. 4 days later, Tampa called me with a workout.
Fuck. So what'd you do? Oh, you obviously went, but fuck.
Bro, the doctor didn't know I went. I wasn't cleared to go. Bro, I'm in Tampa with dogs, cleaning dogs right before my workout because that shit is just come bleeding bad. So my workout I come run my 40, I do my drills with a fucking hole in my leg, bro. I made the team.
No way.
Someone saw the hole and was like, man, you got a
You hadn't been
large-"
bleeding through whatever you're wearing. No?
No, I hit it that good. I stuffed it. I went to the bathroom, I stuffed it right before I worked out. Because I got the itinerary. And one thing you'll learn about the NFL, what's on that itinerary, that's when it's happening.
Dang.
So I went to the bathroom, I stuck it up. I said, dude, I told myself, dude, I don't know how the fuck you go pull this off, bro. But let's go. So I psyched myself out. I said, let's go. He said, I told myself, there's no fucking body here that's better than you, bro. Go get what's yours.
Fuck. How long did you end up staying in Tampa?
2 years.
You played at some badass places,
Yeah, I did.
some fun spots.
So the first year, I broke my ankle in Chicago, like week 8. The next year, they re-signed me. I break my tib and my fib again. Same leg. I break it again in January of the next year against Carolina, and I never played again.
From getting hit?
Yeah. My teammate rolled the guy in the back of me, and it broke my leg.
You fell backwards?
Yeah.
All right.
So right then, I had made the choice right then, like, bro,
Was that in a game or practice?
in the game.
Oh, so we can see it online too, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's online right now.
Fuck.
And you knew then you're not going to play no more. And even now, do you think would you want to stay in, or you're content with
Nah, bro, I was done.
you're done?
Yeah. I fulfilled my dream. That shit a grind, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah,
huh?
that shit a grind, bro. Like, I didn't have the energy to do it again. Like, from the bullshit that I went through in high school, the political shit in high school, the political shit in college, then political shit in pro. Fuck it.
There's no support programs or anything either for NFL players, right? They just say, like, hey, we're done with your ass.
Get out of here. Never see you again.
Jeez.
It's wild.
We don't need you. Bye.
Is there anything now like that or no?
Nah.
Still the same?
Nah, it's still the same.
That's surprising.
So after I was done, that's when, that transition of life after football takes place. So keep in mind, I'm still hurt, right? So you really don't understand an addiction until you're addicted to something, right? So I got addicted to the pain prescription pills, the hydrocodone, the Oxycontin. Like, that became a big deal in my life.
Shit, man.
Right? So after that, when that don't work anymore, you add alcohol to that. So now you're taking alcohol and prescription drugs trying to cure this pain that in my leg, in my injury. Shoulder pain, broken hands, broken fingers. Like, I've broken 7 of the 10 fingers. I've broken 5 or 6 bones in my left hand. My leg, my ankle, AC joint, neck strains, calf strains, hamstring pulls. And plus, you've been beating up your brain since you were 8, 9 years old. So now life is really hitting you, right? And dude, one day, once again, it clicked. Like, bro, you got to stop or you go kill yourself. So I went through depression. I went through all of this stuff, man. and I went to California to a rehab.
You did it yourself, or
Mm-hmm.
your family wanted you to do it,
He
or
does everything himself, man.
Well, honestly, bro, I can't blame my family for not understanding because they never dealt with a person like me neither. All they know me is for her dude. For my kids, that's daddy. So they don't know if something wrong with me or not. All they know is like, shit, daddy not right. So I can't put it on them to understand where I was neither. I couldn't trust. I mean, not saying I couldn't trust them, but my family didn't know. Her family didn't know. My kids didn't know. So everybody around me didn't know. Only person that knew was me. So I had to make a decision once again. So, bro, I went to rehab in California.
I have family that have lost their families and ruined their lives with
Absolutely.
with prescriptions.
And I've tried to off myself. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with that pain, dealing with those issues. I've tried to off myself, but it just wasn't my time.
So your family didn't give you ultimatums like, hey, you need to go. Like you 100% was just it clicked for you.
It just clicked for me.
How long did you go through that?
The rehab?
No, taking the medicine and drinking alcohol and just the downward.
So I broke my leg in 16. I went to rehab in 20.
Damn, dude.
A long spell, huh?
Mm-hmm. I went to rehab in 20, and I hadn't took any prescription drugs since. And I barely drink.
That's really good to come off. Those are some of the hardest drugs to come off of now.
1,000%. But the hardest part is dealing with that demon. That's the demon that I deal with every day. Because that demon, he taps on my shoulder every day. Hey, your leg hurting. Come get some.
Really?
Yeah, every day. Your leg hurting. Come get some. Hey, your shoulder hurting. Come get some. Hey, your hand hurting. Come get some. That's the demon. But I learned how to fight him. Yeah. It's a wild story, man.
Did you get to the point where you were having to steal or find someone else's prescription drugs, or you just getting prescribed because
it was easy to get.
As an ex NFL player?
Yeah, it was easy to get. Hey, Doc.
Fuck, that's dangerous, man.
In the streets. Hey, bro. I know you in them pills. Hey, I need some. Easy.
Did they give you insurance after the NFL?
Yeah, 5 years after you done.
Oh, that's
it.
You used 4 of them.
Yeah.
Did you see that coming too? Like that was ending. Did that kind of help with getting you off? Because then you'd have to pay for them.
Nah, because you can get them in the streets. You can get them in the streets before you can get them in the doctor. So, like I said, that's my environment. I come from the game. You know what I'm saying? Like where I come from is the game. So getting access to that is nothing.
So you went to rehab for prescription and alcohol, or just prescription?
I went for prescription, alcohol, all of it.
So you don't drink at all?
Sociable.
He falls out of his pocket. A flask.
Yeah,
No,
sociable.
Is that tough for you?
Nah.
No.
Life, it's just one of those deals, simple. You want to live or you don't.
Yeah. That's wild, man. Not a lot of people can say they walked away from prescription drugs and didn't fuck up their life.
Bro, I mean, it fucked up my life. You know what I'm saying? I lost my family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those deals where it's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't know. She didn't know. My kids didn't know. So it's one of those deals where it's like, okay, bro, now once again, you got to depend on yourself again. You got to count on yourself again. You got to bet on yourself again. You got to start completely over. So that's what I did.
So when you came back from rehab, your family wasn't there for you?
It wasn't that they weren't there. They didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a different person when I got out. So when I was a different person, you know what I'm saying, my old ways, who I was before, that's what stuck that was what stuck in their head. Not understanding, like, I've bettered myself. But in their minds, it's like, oh, that's daddy. When is he gonna snap again? When is he gonna do this? Like, when is he gonna, like, dude, I would be in my room for 2 or 3 days without coming out. You know what I mean? And like, I'm a very private person too. So like, my grandma didn't know. My mama didn't know. My daddy didn't know. My in-laws didn't know. Because I knew I'm a warrior, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this on myself. I don't need nobody's influence because I understand what's going on. So nobody knew. But my kids and her, they got the worst of that.
That's a lot of built up internal bullshit to be dealing with.
Correct. So when I did ask her for help, she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't put all that pressure on her. Like, you didn't help me. You didn't know. Like, I'm the first, and her family, my family, to do what I done. Like, we both never experienced anything like this before. So hopefully one day we can all amend back and get back together maybe one day.
So how'd you, I mean, at that time you're still living in Tampa?
No, I was living in Fort Worth.
No, so you came back to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
How long did rehab take?
45 days. Like, detoxing from that shit was, whew.
Can't imagine.
Bro. Whew. You talking about hard, bro. Itching and late nights, no sleep. Your mind playing tricks. The urge of wanting it. Bro, I never experienced no shit like that.
Can't you die from, I think there's only two ways or two things that you die from detox. It's alcohol and some type of pills, right?
Opioids?
Yeah. So, bro, like, my body went into shock. Like, it changed me. Like, it was scary, bro.
You were taking, what did your addiction look like? Wake up in the morning and start popping pills?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I would go. Bro, I would take them Oxys first. That's what it started off with, Oxy.
Yeah, good taste.
Yeah. So I took them. I would take Oxy. I would go to the garage. Dude, I would sit in the garage, bro. I get an ounce of weed. I smoke some weed. I drink me a gallon of Crown every
dude.
A gallon?
Every 2 to 3 days, bro.
A gallon. So you're doing it. You're doing it all.
You could have chose better liquor, man.
Crown? That's my drink.
I'm glad you got off just for that case.
Yeah, that's my drink.
Yeah.
But dude, it was bad, bro.
That's tough, dude.
You know, it was bad, bro. Like, the mood swings, like I said, bro, I was just trying to cure the pain because my leg hurt that fucking bad.
Do you think you had pain, or you think you tricked yourself into thinking you had pain?
Shit, bro, my leg just stopped hurting as bad a year ago, well, a couple of months ago. Like, I still have continuous, like, leg pain every step that I take, every time I wake up. Like, right now, I have a compression sock on right now to keep the swelling down.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they did what they needed to do to fix it? You think there's something up, right? Because that's a long time.
Yeah, I ain't stupid.
That's a common.
It's the NFL, bro. They don't give a damn.
Oh, they don't have good doctors for
Nah,
that?
fuck no.
What? I figured that. Well, I mean, if they knew you were going out, maybe. But I mean, if they're trying to repair a football player that's going to stay in, I'm sure they.
Man, them folks don't care, man. That's just in every business there's a dirty side, right? That just happened to be the dirty side of the NFL. We all know it. It's just a sacrifice that we're willing to take.
We're starting to hear more and more about the
a
NFL.
lot of shit in the NFL lately.
Bro, it's real. Believe it.
All of it?
Believe it.
Whatever it is.
Believe it. If you got questions, call me.
What about that guy? What's his name? He dropped.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of speculation.
All I think it was Varsity Blues. Like we just need to get him out on the field, put some shots in his leg. Remember?
Oh yeah.
You remember?
I need to watch that movie.
Well, you know, I may get some backlash from this, but I don't give a damn, right? In that situation, you don't fall backwards.
Oh shit!
That's all I'm gonna say.
I didn't think about that.
You don't fall backwards. Anytime you go this way, and anytime I've off myself. I've tried to off myself. I didn't fall backwards. I'm gonna say that.
Shit.
I went that way.
Man, I'm so sorry you went through the point to you try to end yourself. That's far. That it's so awesome that you're able to realize that and go to California and get that treatment because you're in those states, you don't think there's a way out.
Right.
Yeah, it's like so far that it's unimaginable that you could be better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man, it's the will, bro.
You have a lot of that.
You know, so I'm gonna give you a story like a lot of people don't know neither. So my mom was 15 when she had me, or when she got pregnant. She was 16 when she had me. My mom at the time, if you ever meet her or see her, my mom is little, bro, like your size, like but small. Right?
Thank you for doing that. You need to knock him down a fucking peg, man.
I knew that was coming.
Finally.
So my mom hid her pregnancy from my grandparents. So my mom was getting ready to take a bath, right? My mom has a seizure. Hits her head on the bathtub, knocks her out cold. Right? I'm inside of her as a kid, as a baby, as a fetus. I was supposed to have been born in March, but I came early. I was a preemie, right? So when I get to the hospital, what you think? What are the doctors gonna ask my grandparents?
Who do you want to save?
Correct. Right?
Oh fuck, that's tough, dude.
So of course, hell no, save my daughter.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So bro, I've been fighting this battle since I've been born into this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I have a different connection with him.
Whew.
You know what I mean? So I've been fighting all my life, bro. So that's why a lot of things are easier for me because I get the spirit from him. I get all of my knowledge and I get all of my answers from him. Because like I said, I come into this world fucked up. It was a fucked up situation. It's something I couldn't control. So I had to fight this shit myself. So that's why I always depend on myself in every situation.
So they go to save your mom, and then they end up saving both?
Yeah, so my mom died having me, right? So they had to resuscitate her to bring her back alive. And I'm over here fighting for my life. 2, my left lung was not fully developed. So they had to fly us both to Tyler, Texas. So I was in the incubator for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
So 2 weeks later, I almost died again because of I think my blood pressure had went up. So they had to put me like in an ice bath or some shit to cool me down. So I had almost died again.
They put you as a baby in an ice bath? Wow.
So this time, as an adult, when I tried to off myself with the prescription, I saw that light again. No, not yet. And shit, I came back to it.
Really?
I said, man, I gotta go get help. That's how it happened.
You used to the light.
It's simple. Like I have a connection with him.
Well, you have a confidence to you that, I mean, kind of speaks to that, you knowing a little more and having that relationship. I want to go into, like after rehab, you liked your family. At what point do you meet the house? Like go to the house? Like what's in between that? Is that kind of...
Okay, so after me and my family we go through. I moved with my mom for 2 weeks. Me and my mom, we're more like brother and sister than we are mother, son. Me being who I am, I got to go. I'm a man. I gotta get on my. I have to get myself on my 2 feet myself. No, I don't need anybody's help. I know I can get help, but at this point, I have to figure it out, right? So I go to my hometown in a bad environment. I mean, it's my hometown. Like if you know Lufkin right now, Lufkin it's a horrible place right now. It's a good place to live, but where I come from, it's bad, right? So I'm hanging around, you know what I'm saying, just figuring it out, not doing nothing out the ordinary, but just figuring it out, you know. So I become homeless in a sense, you know what I'm saying. So I go to my homie house in Tyler. He has a trap house, what they call it, a trap house. So I'm being introduced. I'm trying to get it, but I'm being introduced into the wrong shit. So I know that's not me, right? So I go back to my mom's house. I started back working out. Got a gym membership. So I just started to get back in the mode. So as I'm in the hot tub finishing my workout, my middle school coach had got the AD and head coach job at Sweeney, right? So he's like, hey man, come down. I want you to check out the place. I want you to check out the town, see if you like it. I said, cool. So I got here maybe on a Monday. You know, he take me around. I meet the school board. I talk to the school board. I give him my pitch where I was. Similar story like I told y'all. And the school board was like, hey, yeah, we like you. Let's get it done, right? So I go to the track meet, and I'm going to West Columbia. I'm going to Needville. This is an environment that I've never been. I don't know nothing about. So I see how small the kids are, right? Like, so I started asking questions. Parents and kids and coaches, like, where y'all train? Where y'all train? Oh, you know, wow, we go to Houston. There's no place to train from parents. No place to train. So I said, oh, shit. Here's an opportunity for me, right? So I thought about that. So the day I leave, getting ready to go back to the airport. Keep in mind, I had met Dusty and Brittany, right?
You hadn't?
I had met them already because they let me stay in their apartment, right? So I'm getting ready to go back to Hobby. Dusty come outside. What's up, bub? I say, what's up, bro? I was just chilling. And I'm outside. He hit me one, smoking me one. He said, well, bro, I know me and you just met. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into your personal business or anything like that, but you seem like a stand-up guy, and I feel like I've been knowing you forever. So, shit, here you go. He said, what you go do? I said, man, I don't know. He said, well, fuck it, bro. Jump in head first. Whatever support you need, whatever I got, you got. I said, you sure? He said, hell yeah, bro. He said, we'll figure it out as we go. So that's how I came. So I didn't know until after that the AD and the head coach kind of screwed me over, right? Because the board had approved for me to come in and coach because I haven't finished my degree and all that stuff yet. So that played a part, but they was gonna put me in a program to where I can come in and coach or whatever. But I didn't know after the fact that the AD and head coach kind of saw my power too. You know what I mean? He didn't think that I understood it, but I'm like, dude, like I saw your game a long time ago, right? So I was close to going back into that depression that I've been in before, because it put me in a sense of like, dude, you're an educator. You know what I'm saying? I looked up to you. And then it's a time where I really need this, and you blackball me. You know what I mean? So that demon again tapped my shoulder. I told you, motherfucker, that I'm gonna always come. I'm coming to get you. You know what I mean? So I had to deal with that, and Dusty saw it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Dusty saw it. He was like, dude, there was a time, bro, that I could see it in your eyes, bro. He was like, you didn't want to talk to nobody. You didn't know who to trust. Like, I never experienced that with anybody. But Dusty had the courage. He had the balls to like, hey, bro, are you okay? How can I help you? Bro, we put a game plan together. A day later, he said, hey, man, come to work with me. Went to work with him. He started showing me the pipeline business. So I got involved with the pipeline. You know what I mean? Just something. And then on our way back from work, we pulled over to the house, which was a red building, and like a apartment complex deal over there, right? We got out. He said, hey, Bubba. He said, what you see? I looked around. I said, a training facility, bro. He said, say no more.
Shit. Damn, dude.
We got at the round table. We planned it out. And the first thing we came up with was a name. And we came up with a name the next morning. Brittany said she slept on it. The first time, the right before breakfast, she sent us a group text message. I got it. And I said, what? So I said, so we ate breakfast. She said, I got the name. She said, the house. I said, oh, shit. I said, that's where I used to train my son. At the house. That's where we used to train, at the house. And my son he's a badass athlete himself. So really, it came in full force of me. Bro, it's a crazy story, bro. But it's all him, dog. It's crazy, man.
It's a wild ride, man.
It's wild, bro.
So y'all just opened up, huh?
Nah, we opened up February 6th.
Oh, I thought I saw a post.
Well, registration is open.
Registration
is open. But it won't officially open until February 6th. We have kids signed up, ready to go.
That's so good. You go with the flow of life, and you don't question it.
Nope.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yep. What's for me is for me. What's not is not. Simple.
I love you, man.
Love you too.
I'm motivated.
Yeah, I'm about to go run a mile.
I ain't finna run a mile, but I'll drive a mile.
Yeah.
About to go do something here.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a wild ride, dude. So you live out here full time in Sweeney?
Yep. It's peaceful, bro.
That's a big change from Lufkin, huh?
I mean, bro, I lived in that fast lane. Miami, Tampa, Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth, Austin. I've lived in that fast life. You know what I mean? Dealing with what I deal with internally, small is better for me. You know, Sweeney has one stoplight, one grocery store. I ride around the town in a golf cart. You know what I mean? It's one or two police. Everybody knows each other. School is right around the corner. So I mean, if I need the fast life, I can go get it and come back. But living in the fast lane, my mental's not built for that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I've slowed down. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in that stage of really understanding what it takes to become wealthy, what it really takes to change people's lives, what it really takes to invest in these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because the music is killing our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, the work ethic is killing our kids. The discipline is killing our kids. The accountability is killing our kids. So when are we, as adults, going to really invest into our kids?
I think you have this innate ability to come across and really touch whoever you interact with.
Mm-hmm.
The athletic director and the coach, it's when people give you advice or people are coaching things or teaching things, but they have never lived them, there's always a gap, I think.
Correct.
You know?
1,000%.
Even like Mike and I are in corporate America, and when people are leading projects or meetings and they're just talking, reading from a PowerPoint, that's all it is. It's like, you never really did this. You have this like amazing life where you played college, you like did everything.
Mm-hmm.
You went to the NFL. That story can really come across, and it means something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's not just coming from
right,
just a guy that went through the education system.
Right.
Yeah, you went all the way.
Right. You know, and I said, and I tend, like you said, I know who I am, and I know what's bullshit and what's not bullshit. I'm not a bullshitter. And I feel, just my opinion, that that's what most people do is bullshit each other. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna give a kid or anyone any advice if I haven't done it personally. You know? Like, I'm not a bullshitter. Like, when dealing with these kids, they're dependent on me. They're dependent on what comes out of my mouth or what goes into their mental. So if I'm giving them bullshit, I'm leading them to a brick wall. I've hit that brick wall before. You know? And I know that everybody isn't built like me. I know that. So for a person to encounter the things that I've encountered, I know that the average person couldn't have dealt with that. I know that. You know? So that's why I'm the way I am.
Dude, that's an amazing story. That was really touching.
Now, that's what I'm here for, bro. I told you during the text, I said, hey man, like, I got a story, bro. Like, this is the first time I've actually put it on the platform like you guys have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for the opportunity to be on such a deal like this, because I know y'all touch people too. I've watched Brittany's and Dusty podcast. I looked at numbers too. They're just not watching you just because you're selling bullshit. You got some real good content. That's why they watching.
Appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to help y'all just like y'all here to help me.
You're definitely helping us a lot more.
Well, outweighed there.
Well, we'll take it.
You know what I mean? So if I don't scratch your back, you don't scratch my back, I don't scratch your back, how can we grow?
Yeah.
So how can people get involved in the house?
Oh man, Emily. No, I mean it's a registration page up at the house on Facebook to where you can register. It's called The House. We have our own page, Twitter page coming soon, Instagram coming soon. Like I said, man, I'm a process guy. You know what I'm saying? I can't get to B without completing A first.
Are you on social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can catch me at you can find me on Facebook, Jorvorskie Lane, JORVORSKIE LANE. You can find me at on Instagram at JTrain Senior. You can find me on Twitter at Twitter at Jorvorskie Lane. Haven't started. Well, have I? No, I haven't started a TikTok yet. That's not my lane yet.
Can you? I can imagine you doing little dances. little dances every day.
Coming soon.
Yeah. People are gonna ask about your MySpace. You got that still?
Oh, bro, I miss MySpace, bro.
It's still out there. I've looked up mine.
Really?
Yeah, they're still there.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
You look up your name and then MySpace, your profile will come up.
I wonder if I can recover that account.
It's still there. Like you look at the pictures and everything.
Really?
I did it a couple years ago. Yeah.
I need to go back.
Me too.
Yeah.
You got me excited. Give me something to do.
See my top 10.
Yeah.
I got homework today though, so I don't have time too much.
What are you going to go to school for?
Agriculture leadership.
Now we're cooking. A&M?
Yep.
Of course.
I gotta finish an Aggie, bro.
Yeah. You gotta get that.
I work too damn hard not to do that.
Man, you got an awesome story, dude, and you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, you tell me, and I'm coming back for part 2. Because I know after I leave here, your mind is gonna ring, and your mind is gonna ring.
My mind's already ringing, dude.
You see what I'm saying?
Can't even hear you right now.
So I'm looking forward to coming back.
We appreciate it, dude.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.